Hi, welcome once again to M5's new English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan, and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. Now, do you know what week this is? No. What do you mean, no? This week is week 10. Week 10! Fanta-bloomin-tastico! That's right. We've been learning English together for 9 weeks now. 9 weeks! It's amazing, isn't it? Yes, it is. And now, gods of English! Are you ready for week 10? Of course you are. You are gods of English. You know more letters than the Jackson 5. Ha! Forget Michael, Jerome, Janet, Jermaine and Rudy. Anyway, whatever the names are, forget the Jackson 5. We're better than the Jackson 5. They only know 3 letters. When we look in a mirror, what do we see? That's right, we see a god of English looking back. Okay, OJ, let's calm down and get back to this week. So, it's week 10, which means, that's correct, it's revision week. This week, we're going to look at the past 4 weeks and revise the things we learned. So, are you ready? Yes? Fab. Well then, let's get down and groove into the last 4 weeks. Now, a long time ago, well, a few weeks ago really, we learned some new verbs and used them with the present simple tense. Do you remember? It was in week 6. Think back to week 6, lesson 26. Okay, so which verbs do we know? Well, we know the verbs to be, to watch, to learn, to look at. We know lots of verbs. Here are some more really useful verbs. To come, to go, to live, to work, to read, to write, to drive, to walk, to run, to swim, to like, to love, to wash, to wake up, to get up, to fly, to play, and to carry. Okay, Mabel, show us the table. Okay, so now we know some more verbs. Now, when do we use the present simple with verbs? Well, we use the present simple to talk about things that are true. We also use the present simple to talk about things which happen sometimes or all the time. Now, let's look at some words we use to talk about time. Words we use when we use the present simple. Have a look at the list of words we use to talk about when or how often we do things. Always, never, every day, every Saturday, sometimes, 3 times a week, every weekend, twice a year, usually, normally. Let me give you an example, a very simple example. My name is Gav. This sentence is in the present simple tense. Why do we use the present simple for names? Well, names always stay the same. Well, nearly always. Normally, the name you have when you're born is the name you have all your life. It's true, all the time. Okay, what else stays the same? Well, what about your birthday? It's on the same day every year. It doesn't change. So, I always say, my birthday is on the 23rd of November. Now, do you remember why I use on? That's right. Remember when we learned about prepositions of time with Terry the squirrel? That's right. We learned 3 prepositions of time: at, on, and in. Do you remember when we use them? We use at for clock times. I wake up at 7:45. We use on for days and dates. I work on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And I relax on Saturday and Sunday. Christmas Day is on the 25th of December in the UK. Okay. Well, what about something else which doesn't change? What about where I live? I say I live in Hungary. It's the same all the time. Always. Nearly always. True. False. Gods of English, wake up! We're back. Okay, so we know we use the present simple to talk about things that are always true or generally true. There was something else we learned about verbs in the present simple tense, wasn't there? That's right. Give that woman a coconut. When we use verbs in the present simple tense, we have to be careful about the spelling of what? Correct-a-doodle-doo. With verbs in the present simple, the spelling of the third person singular changes. Now, which of you gods of English remembers the third person singular? Ah, yes, Varga Chongi from Örsöd. Correct. Well done, Chongi. So, as Chongi told us, the third person singular is he, she, and it. So, when we use verbs in the present simple tense, we have to be careful with the third person singular, with he, she, and it, because the spelling of the verb changes. Good. Now, how does the spelling of the third person singular change in the present simple tense? Do you remember? This was in week 6 as well. We looked at the verb to read. Do you remember? Think back, concentrate. Think back to week 6, week 6, week 6. I read, you read, he, she, it reads. We read, you read, they read. Did you notice the difference? We use the same for everyone, but not for he, she, it. The third person singular, he, she, it, adds an S to the end of the verb. Do you remember vowels and consonants? That's right. Vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. And consonants are all the other letters in the alphabet. B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now, we need to think about vowels and consonants with some verbs in the present simple tense. Look at these two verbs, to play and to fly. To play ends in vowel plus Y. This means that in the third person singular, he, she, it, we add S, like most verbs in the present simple tense. To fly ends in consonant plus Y. This means that in the third person singular, we change the Y to IES. I play, you play, he, she, it plays. We play, you play, they play. I fly, you fly, he, she, it flies. We fly, you fly, they fly. So, now we can see two different spelling changes. With most verbs, we add an S to the third person singular in the present simple tense. But if the verb ends in consonant plus Y, then we change the Y to IES. Now, what about irregular verbs? Well, the verb to go is irregular. In the third person singular, it changes to goes, like this. I go, you go. He, she, it goes. We go, you go, they go. The verb to go changes to goes in the third person singular because it belongs to a group of irregular verbs. If the verb ends in SS, X, CH, SH or O, then we add ES to the third person singular. Okay, so let's look at that again. We add S to most verbs in the third person singular. He, she, it. We add ES to irregular verbs which end in SS or X or CH or SH or O in the third person singular. If the verb ends in consonant plus Y, then we change the Y to IES in the third person singular. Okay, so we know the rules. I know the rules. You know the rules, and he knows the rules. She knows the rules, and it knows the rules. Magic. Horses, donkeys, zebras, and gnu's. Welcome back, gods of English. It's good to see you again. Now, let's practice using some verbs in the present simple tense. Let's start with an easy one. Yes, I know that I said it was easy, but we still have to remember the correct preposition, don't we? That's right. Well done us. We remembered that I live in Budapest. Okay, let's try another one. Leszicska Roli lives in Balatonlelle. Great, fantastic. Mashed potato and stew. Batman and Spider-Man are coming to tea. So, what did we have to change in that sentence? That's right. Leszicska Roli is the third person singular, he. So when we use the verb to live in the present simple tense, what changes in the third person singular? Bingo! You're right. You're not wrong. We add an S to the end of the verb to live. So live becomes lives. Anything else? Yes. We have to select the correct preposition for the town of Balatonlelle. In. Roli lives in Balatonlelle. So, the whole sentence is Leszicska Roli lives in Balatonlelle. Far out, man. So, let's recap. We now know how to deal with a verb in the present simple tense. We know what changes we have to make to the third person singular. If the verb is regular, we add S to the third person singular. He, she, it. He, she, it lives in Hungary. We add ES to irregular verbs which end in SS or X or CH or SH or O in the third person singular. He, she, it goes to Balaton twice a year. If the verb ends in consonant plus Y, then we change the Y to IES in the third person singular. He, she, it studies every night. Great! Well, that's all we have time for today. In the next lesson, we'll revise some more of weeks 6 to 9. You have been watching M5's English learning program, Let's Speak English. Thanks for watching. I'm Gav Duncan. I'm not Spider-Man, and I'm not Bruce Wayne or Batman. I'm Gav Duncan, and I'll see you next lesson for some more fun English revision. See you later. Bye.